Yo yo! Dead to Rights once again for the Mega Reviewing channel on the same day. Can you believe it? No, not really. Anything start, JP?
Hey. It's Zodiacs.
Right, anyway, so it's the A to Z of TV shows that I like. And today is, well, this second one's going to be for the T's. Starting with the animated show of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that started in the year 1987 to 1996. 10 seasons and 193 episodes. This was the one where they basically based most of the computer games on, where all of them were just more like, you'd have that rhinoceros and that, I think it was a warthog or something like that. Like they were basically these blokes that were mutated, like the turtles were, but they were like animorphed. Like, so they were basically like people in a way. Yeah, you get what I mean. Anyway, next is a very funny show. It's called The Mitchell and Webb Look, from 2006 to 2010. 4 seasons and 24 episodes, which is basically them doing like sketch shows and like different like sketches, like how David Williams and Matt Lucas, yeah. But basically they would just do different sketches, a bit like Little Britain, but not really.
Not as funny.
It wasn't as funny as Little Britain, but I don't like it. It's crap.
Yeah, that was.
No, that's rubbish. Anyway, so that's that. Next is a show starring Rowan Atkinson. It was really quite funny. I liked it indeed. It's ran from 1995 to 1996. It's 2 series and 14 episodes. Basically because of the fact that they were spread over like a year each, and it was the Thin Blue Line. It was really quite funny because of the fact that it was, as it were, like the funny side to the police. Like this one guy was I think he was like a superintendent or something like that, like basically like an undercover cop, and he would go, "Nancy Pansy, arse in a bear," and it was really quite funny because of the fact that he would just basically say that every single episode, but in a different way, so you think to yourself, well, can't you say anything else? It was quite funny, I must admit. It's a shame it ended really, because Rowan Atkinson's still a funny guy and people still remember him for like doing Mr. Bean. So,
but that's what everybody sees him as though, whenever, like for instance, like Johnny English.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what people see him as, like Mr. Bean or being James Bond or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, Mr. Bean is his most famous character, so give the guy a break, yeah.
Have a kick up.
Yeah, exactly. Right, next is a legendary show that most, I'd say, like 20-year-old blokes would know because of the fact that it was really quite funny. It ran from 1971 to 1987, 2 years after I was born. 12 seasons and 93 episodes. It was, of course, the Two Ronnies. It was really quite funny because of the fact that it wasn't just the fact that they were both wearing glasses. It was the fact that they would make up so many sketches. You think to yourself, well, it's a bit like how Mitchell and Webb, like I just mentioned, like do pretty much the same thing, like make up different sketches and show the funny side basically. It's the Two Ronnies were like legends of comedy, and yeah, they're just really kick ass. I love what they do.
Oh yes, they are.
Yes, Labner. Right, next is quite a brand new kind of like TV show. It's on the Sci-Fi channel on Sky. Started in 2011 to literally, pretty sure it's still going this year. 2 seasons apparently, even though I've only seen like 1 season so far. And it's got 26 episodes. It's literally Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. It's really quite funny as hell because of the fact that this kid's basically like trying to go about his everyday school life, trying to get the skill that he likes to fancy him, and it's just not working because of the fact that this book's going around causing havoc. It's his own damn fault, to be honest, because of the fact that he was the first one that opened the book and wanted to be really good at guitar. He summoned this like spirit to take over, and he really was kick-ass at guitar. In fact, he was so good he made this kid literally bleed kind of like a lot, like out of his ass. It was really bad, but really friggin' funny at the same time. I laughed my ass off. I was just like, yeah, that's not how you do the first episode. But that is exactly how they did the first episode. It was just funny as hell. Of course, then it kind of like just went really bad from then on. Yeah. Anyway, Next is an animated TV show that started in 1961.
LKTC.
Exactly. It finished in 1962. One season, because it wasn't really a season, really. And it had 30 episodes. This was Top Cut. This was basically, like, really quite a classic TV show back in the day, because of the fact that it was, like, Hanna-Barbera, I'm pretty sure. And it was really quite funny because of the fact that it was another side to another type of character. Obviously it had Yogi Bear and, like, Scooby-Doo and this, but yeah, Top Cat was just funny as hell because of the fact that he had a hat. And no cat's meant to have a hat really, but he did because he wanted to be Top Cat. So, yeah, that's my reason anyway.
Oh, Christ.
And last but not least of the T's is Top Gear. They started back in 2002, if you all didn't know that. I mean, why would you not know this? Jeez. Literally lasted 18 seasons, and it's got 147 episodes so far. So obviously they're going to be making some more during this year or next year. So yeah, it's really quite clever the way they do things on that show because of the fact that they know what they're talking about most of the time, and obviously if they don't, then they get their information from someone. I like the challenges that they do, especially the ones where they've got to get like a really cheap car. They've got to like send it in one direction, driving it there, and then driving it back into another direction, and if it doesn't work then they fail. It's really quite class, really quite awesome. Anyway, so that has been me again, Dead to Rights, and the Insane Star GP.
Yeah. That's goodbye for me, that's goodbye for him.
I like it, that's really
2 1 is, yeah boy.
Right, I'll catch you guys later.